Hello there guys, this is Speedway Gamer, and today I'm here with Straight Up People and CraptasticJack, and we are making a Drivecast video. And we have a few topics to talk about, so I don't know, does somebody want to say the topics or something?
I'll go for it, yeah. So today we're going to be talking about Need for Speed 2015. The crew and the woes with the game, like me and Speedway especially, have had so many problems with the crew. The game still doesn't work for me on PC with my AMD CPU. That is disgusting. You need to stop that. I say it every week, every fucking week. You need to stop it. It's disgusting. Yeah, the crew. We're just going to be talking about how it doesn't work for me and Speedway. And then we're going to be talking about DLC in games, because nowadays it tends to be that we're paying more for DLC to buy the full experience. And that kind of stuff. And then we're also going to be talking about how we started YouTube and playing racing games and making racing videos and whatnot. Because for me especially, I didn't start making racing videos until a lot later, when I, obviously started YouTube and stuff. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about today. Need for Speed 2015, the crew, DLC, and how we started YouTube and gamings and stuff. So, should we get straight into Need for Speed 2015's release date stuff that's been announced?
Yeah, sure.
So, CJ, do you want to start? Because I know you know quite a bit, and I don't know much.
About Need for Speed 2015.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Alright, so Need for Speed 2015. Recently, like, the EA released their quarterly earnings report thing, and they're like, hey, guess what? We're excited for a new Need for Speed 2015 in, like, quarter 16Y or some shit like that, which turns out to begin in April, so, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? The release date is...
Yeah, they say that it's in April. Because I saw some information. It's FY.
FY16, yeah. It's more than just 1 month. It starts in April. I don't know when it ends though. So.
Oh, is that when pre-orders start?
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone here knows. Let's be honest. The game's gonna release in November.
Oh yeah, and they're probably gonna release some
yeah.
teaser or something in May.
April time. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know the game's gonna release in November. Probably early to mid-November.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when we are going to get some information though, but yeah, it should be in May or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Need for Speed 2015. I'm still like everyone seems to be hyping themselves up for this game, thinking it's gonna be great. It's gonna be the Need for Speed.
It needs to be underground, or else it's just gonna. Might as well.
You know what we should talk about? We should talk about whether you want police in the game or not.
Oh yeah, I do. But
oh yeah, I want police.
Because I don't want police in the game, and okay. So I'll explain my point. So, as far as I'm concerned, Underground never had policing. For the whole thing, Underground. It doesn't matter whether they're supposed to have policing or whether they weren't supposed to have policing. In the end of the day, Underground never had policing, and it's kind of like Pendulum coming out and making a pop album. That's what it's like.
Nah.
It's like it's like Psy out of that Gangnam Style video coming out and saying he was straight.
What?
What the hell?
That's
okay, that was a bad analogy.
That literally makes like no sense.
That was a bad analogy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that back. But okay, it's like in that sense. It's like okay, so it's like the developers of FIFA coming out and saying, we're going to make the next FIFA without a ball.
No, that's not because...
It is.
No.
Underground never...
No.
Underground never had policing.
No.
Without a ball.
No.
Like, seriously.
It doesn't matter. It's supposed to have police.
No.
But think of what
this
it could have
fucking game right here didn't have police.
Dude,
look on the back. It doesn't say police. It doesn't say police. It says... nothing about police. It doesn't say anything about police. It says
no cap.
Underground illegal racing. That's what it says.
Objection.
CJ, you can hardly talk. You've got a Modern Warfare 2 poster in the background.
Objection.
That game was great. I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah. Objection.
No.
Yes.
No.
Objection.
Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, maybe I was supposed to be a girl, but in the end of the day, I'm a boy. Does that mean I'm wrong?
Yes.
Does that mean that I am, as a person?
I don't know.
Immoral and wrong? No.
No, but comparing Need for Speed Underground having cops is like having FIFA without a ball. Really, it's like no, because the cops weren't the main focus of many Need for Speed games, except maybe like Hot Pursuit and Rivals.
I'm viewing it on a genre, like on a sub-series level. So you had Most Wanted in Carbon.
Oh, you were denying me with that last week, but now this week you're like,
sorry, CJ, I don't remember when you were streaming it last week. I was too busy being traumatized when I realised my phone was just having a fit in the corner. It was like, and I didn't notice that you were talking. Okay, back on topic. So, what did I say last week?
I was talking about the sub-series thing, the sub-series theory with Need for Speed, how like Underground, Most Wanted, Hot Pursuit, they have their own kind of sub-series in the Need for Speed series.
I agreed with that.
No, you didn't. I don't think so.
I sincerely don't remember about that. I know.
I'm 100% sure I agree with that.
I don't know. You were talking like, I don't really see it that way.
Don't do that. Don't do that. God, CJ. But yeah, in my opinion, I don't think Underground 3 should have police in.
Alright, but for me, I do kind of, because basically, Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2, basically, what they had basically was...
Yeah, Underground 2.
They had no cops, but that was really just due to licensing issues with Honda, and back then, the Honda Civic was one of the biggest cars to race out at the time. So what they really did was they kind of wanted to. This is one of the many theories, to be fair. They took out the cops because they wanted Honda in the game, and Honda doesn't like their cars being with police illegal street racing games. You can tell because
how many Hondas were in Underground 2? One.
One
Honda.
But then also Acura. But Acura is owned by Honda, and there are a couple of Acuras.
Okay,
so
two cars, if that.
But yeah.
You really think they didn't put police in for 2 cars?
It's possible because it's plausible claim. It's a plausible claim because they wanted Honda, and Honda back then the Civic was a really good car. You see a lot of people back then like tricking that car out and stuff, and they wanted that in a Need for Speed game about like tuning, seeing customization and stuff like that. So yeah, but then another reason is that.
Not falling for that.
Another reason is because they didn't want people running from the cops, but then again, they just did it Most Wanted, so...
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
The reason is... Okay, so Honda may not like their cars being in games, but I don't think that's a reason to not feature one of the core mechanics of the game. Think about it. That's like...
Cops.
Think about all the other tuners that could have been in the game. So you could have had the old Golf.
Yeah.
You could have had...
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the Mark II Golf. You could have had... the 240, no, the original 2000 GTR from Nissan. You could have had
Nissan.
The R32, the R33. You could have had the list goes on really. Come on, you don't have anything to tuners.
Yeah, but it was like 2004, so the PCs weren't like so like we have now. They weren't able to run a game like that. They wouldn't be able to run a game with cops or with lots of stuff.
But they did in the next year though, because with Most Wanted.
Yeah, but then that Most Wanted came out in next gen, Tana, because it was the
first. And it came out on
gen.
PS2
And Xbox 360.
But it came out on PS2.
Yeah, but you know,
PS2 could run it.
Yeah, but you know how in the early days of PlayStation 3 we had Carbon, Most Wanted stuff, and at the end of PlayStation 3 we had games like Rivals and Hot Pursuit. It kind of like evolved, so that's what it did with PlayStation 2 era of Need for Speed games.
What's that got to do with having police and underground?
You see, because maybe in 2003 they didn't have enough resources to add cops into it, but in 2005 they did, because they evolved.
Okay, so, you know.
Yeah, but it's also take in mind that in 2005 we didn't have a Most Wanted. Lots of the customization options that we had in Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yeah, they weren't there. They had to take it out.
Things were taken out also. So
okay.
they had cops, but yeah.
So let's say they didn't have the resources to do this. Why does that make it any different? Because in the end of the day, the full retail release of the game didn't have any type of police in. Okay, it might have had files like if you search into the game files, and if you get like a bin searcher, which probably has got a virus on off some dodgy website from Yahabe.
Yahabe? What is that?
Okay, so if you search your neck off and try to find these files to prove somehow that there was supposed to be police in the game, in the end of the day, the actual game that was released and played by millions and millions and millions of people didn't have policing. So why should it be in Underground 3?
Because
it would be cool. Like in Need for Speed Underground 2, like I'm playing it right now, and free room is kind of empty. Like you have the AI racers and stuff,
I've got something to say to this.
you can't do anything else. You can just drive around.
This was 2004. You got to keep in mind.
2004.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, but now we're talking about Underground 3. We're talking about Need for Speed Underground 3.
What the hell am I doing?
Lots of things could be added with the next gen PS4 and
from what I'm seeing, the community mainly wants a Carbon 2 game, not an Underground 3.
Yeah, more like
people
that.
want Carbon 2. They don't want Underground 3.
But they're
saying Underground 3 because they want EA to get the sales.
They want Carbon 2 to be Underground 3 because then
But it's not Underground 3. It's Carbon 2. That's my point.
Yeah.
So,
but hey,
it would be kind of like something mixed because people want the customization options we had in Underground 2 and the cops from Carbon, or maybe.
But we're not going to get the OTT customization that we had in Underground, like where you can put subwoofers. It's going to be more Carbon based, if anything.
Yeah.
It's going to be Carbon. Literally, it's going to be Carbon 2. Whoa, my thing's laggy. It's going to be Carbon 2.
Yeah.
Why is it so laggy? Actually, I need to solve this.
It's not laggy for me. You're fine. He's fine. I'm fine. Woo! See, I'm all right. I'm not lagging or anything. Woo!
My potato camera releases GIF images.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. You know, people mainly want a Carbon 2, not an Underground 3. In my opinion, it would be wrong if they did. I'm sure you can understand what I mean.
No, not really.
No? You don't understand?
No, because...
You really don't understand?
No, because nowadays, a Need for Speed game, for me, is incomplete without cops, to be fair. For me, in my opinion. Because Need for Speed is about illegal street racing. And what happens when people, especially in high tuner cars, wrecking havoc through the city... What happens?
To do with Underground 2.
But the Underground series are like based on Fast and Furious also.
Isn't that another reason for Underground 3 not to come back because the community has moved on?
No, that's not what I mean. Like they want an underground game. They want an underground street racing scene type of game like Carbon, like Underground. But they want cops as well, for the most part. I know some that don't, but to be fair, police just adds more challenge to the game.
But it wasn't in Underground 1 or 2.
For me at least.
It wasn't in Underground 1 or 2.
Underground
wouldn't that be crossing its morals in a way? Because that's like adding... Okay, so that's like me making a game and calling it... Okay, it doesn't really matter what I call it. Let's just say I make a game and it is based around progression and, you know, just... Okay, this is hard to explain what I mean. Okay, I need to think of a good example. So, you make a Star Wars game and you were always the Jedi.
No.
No, listen. You were always the Jedi and you could do nothing more. But in like 10 years later, they tried to revive that Star Wars game, and instead you could be the Sith as well.
That's
at
cool.
the same time.
That's just adding more features to the game.
Well, that's a beauty for the game also.
But it's not sticking to its original morals.
Yeah, but then again, it's improving upon them.
If I mean, what you're saying is just have an HD remaster of Need for Speed Underground 2. Basically.
I would love that, to be honest. Like, give that to EA!
That's not the point of Underground 3. It's like having a different game, like making... Like, Ghost Games needs to shine, I think, in this series. Like, if not, Ghost Games will be repeating what Black Box did. Ghost Games needs to do something unique. Yeah. That's why also I wanted to add pink slips. It's something that we never had in Need for Speed before.
Like, that could fit in Round 3. Yeah. That's a feature which I would welcome.
Also,
Police that's Most Wanted Carbon. That Undercover. That's those Stringer games. Underground 1 and 2, I think, stand alone. You know, it doesn't matter whether the story links over. It doesn't matter what Easter egg maybe here. But those two games stand alone compared to, you know, Most Wanted, Carbon, Undercover, etc.
All right, let me tell you guys a story, gents. So, 1997, Hot Pursuit 1 was released, and it's basically just cops versus robbers kind of style-ish racing-ish kind of, not really. Then Hot Pursuit 2 comes out. It's not really much like the first one, except for the part where it's like cops versus racers stuff. Like you can be a cop and stuff like that. But what they did with that game was they took the first Hot Pursuit they kind of changed the morals a little bit, and then improved upon it. It still has the old classic Hot Pursuit formula, but they improved upon it, adding new stuff into the game. And then Hot Pursuit 2010 comes out, and this is what I really like about Hot Pursuit 2010. They took Hot Pursuit and made Hot Pursuit. They didn't make some crappy, like, generic racing game. They made Hot Pursuit. They took the morals of Hot Pursuit and improved upon them, adding more stuff, more cars, more, like, race style kind of thing.
I'd agree with that.
They changed the style of Hot Pursuit without losing its formula, without losing its morale, and I'm feeling that's what they need to do with Underground, the new Underground. Like for me, the next Underground shouldn't be like 100% completely like the old two most Underground games, where it has like no cops, because if you're kind of like trying to have have just it being like the original Underground, I guess you kind of like, yeah.
You kind of like what?
Like, with the old Underground, there weren't any cops, right? So having no cops in the new Underground would kind of be the opposite of taking the original formula and improving upon it, but you're not really improving upon it because you're not adding anything new. You're just making the old Underground.
Yeah, but when you add more to the gameplay aspects and add more to what Underground was all about, as to Edge adding a completely random aspect that was never in the series as a whole, and then putting that in, wouldn't it make more sense to?
Yeah, but we're not adding.
It's a new feature. To the game.
But we're not adding like balloons.
It's a new feature to the Underground series.
We're not adding balloons and parades and freaking circuses to it. No, we're adding cops.
I'm not like hating on you guys for having this opinion.
We're adding an element of a racing game that you really see in real life with Underground street tuning racing games, which is police, law enforcement, like intervention.
The one Black Box made, number 1 and 2, never had him in.
Yeah, but that's probably due to a technicality or something.
Isn't it Carbon 2? It's not Underground 3, it's Carbon 2.
Yeah, but
you're making a game called Underground 3 when really it should be called Need for Speed. I'm actually Carbon 2. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, people want cops.
Not everyone. I don't.
Well, the majority of them do. And the thing with Rivals is, it came out. It's an okay, decent game, but it came out at a time when nobody wanted that type of game. And right now, lots of people want Underground. Lots of people are like down on their knees.
They want Underground.
Yeah,
but
they want cops in Underground. So
they don't want because they want Carbon 2. They don't want Underground.
No. But here's the problem: there are two big communities in Need for Speed. The ones that don't want anything about to do with customization, and the ones that want something to do with customization. If we give them only Underground without cops, they are going to rage.
Yeah,
and
they're not really
good.
Ghost
Game doesn't want that.
They're not going to have something that they enjoy as well.
Get sales in this game.
They're not going to have an aspect of the game that they like as well.
They're going to put police in. I know this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is something that I've cried nights about.
I've
cried myself to bed when I've thought about this point.
That's the sound of the police.
But in the end of the day, if they named this game Underground 3, I, and I'm sure many others, would be personally upset for the basic reason it just doesn't. It's not what the series is all about.
Underground?
Yeah.
It's about illegal street racing underground when you're at night and stuff, right?
But they never had it in the first two games. That's my point. It's
they
more
never
Carbon 2, if anything.
But we do have it in real life. If you will have gods following you. Like,
but Need for Speed's never been about real life.
Yeah, it's an arcade game, but
it's always been about taking some mad insane car and taking it on some country road, which
road.
Yeah, that's what the original Need for Speed.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Underground. Like, what?
If you're talking about that, it's always been about taking some supercar, which you're never going to be able to afford in real life, taking it across these country roads and taking it, and making it go fast. And so just basically, it was supposed to be surreal. It wasn't supposed to be real. It wasn't supposed to be like real life. That's never been the point of Need for Speed. So to add police for realism doesn't make sense. For example, in Hot Pursuit 2, the police could fire rockets. Is that realism to you?
The helicopters fired rockets.
Helicopters.
They drop bombs and
Like, is that realism to you? Because it's not realism to me. That seems like a gameplay aspect, which is
definitely. That's not.
If that came back in Hot Pursuit 2010, which it kind of did.
It kind of did when they dropped spike strips, but they didn't drop bombs or fire rockets at you. So.
But yeah, it kind of had a similar equivalent. I didn't mind because that was what Hot Pursuit 2 and all the other games. That was kind of the string it followed.
Yeah,
that was kind of what it was about. But in Underground, Oh, you got it.
Here's the catch. Here's the catch. That in Cop Pursuit 2010 they added Pursuit Tech. Like they didn't call it like that, but it was Pursuit Tech.
But it was balanced.
And it's the same as adding cops in Underground. I believe it's the same thing. It's adding a new feature to the game.
Yeah.
It's leaving a mark in the Need for Speed series.
But no one
Different
actually really
from the
likes it.
previews.
In Hot Pursuit 10, it was
but
really
that's their problem.
praised.
That's the developer's problem. Like
For 2010,
it's,
Hot
their
Pursuit,
problem.
it was a really praised aspect. Lots of people liked it, but the reason people hate it now is because in Rivals it was a mess.
Yeah.
Like in Hot Pursuit 2010, only you would like other racers would
I don't
never
agree
use
with
it on
that.
you.
I don't agree with having it on the racers side. Cops, you know what?
No,
Come
but
at me
in Cop
with
Pursuit
a golden
2010 you didn't have
dildo
it.
and
What?
smack me with like repeatedly. I don't care. But on the racer side, when I've got okay, Turbo is the only one that can stay for me. Turbo is cool.
Yeah.
That's called NOS.
Oh yeah.
But in Need for Speed 2010, Hot Pursuit 2010, you didn't in the races you didn't have the Pursuit Tech.
Oh yeah, in the actual
Only
races with
and
no cops, you didn't
Interceptor.
have any.
That was in Rivals. That's the
Alright.
difference. In Rivals, you had it
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, see that I don't mind.
Yeah.
That in that aspect.
That's
okay,
why
so
Cop
now
Pursuit
you,
was kind of cool.
that I don't mind.
But
I don't know, I just don't
on
think it would work, and it would need to have some type of aspect to it. So, like in Carbon, for me personally, police didn't have any purpose really besides the story.
Yeah.
In Most Wanted in 2005, you had to use them to get the bounty, and it forced you to kind of learn the map. For
Oh,
me,
yeah.
I played Carbon more of kind of like an Underground 1 game. As soon as I finished a race, I used the map to go to another race. Didn't really free roam an awful lot. There wasn't a need to. Didn't feel like I needed to.
oh yeah.
So I didn't free roam an awful lot.
Yeah, and
I
the
feel
cops
like-
in Underground don't really have to be like the ones in Most Wanted where they're needed. They could just be like the ones in Carbon where if they're there if you want to be
But that
with
makes
them.
the open world pointless.
No.
Mm.
Like
Because
if you want to go to a pursuit and feel like, wow, I'm Vin Diesel or something, you just go to free room and feel OP or something like
So
that.
what if I want to
It's-
just drift around like I do in Horizon? And I can't do that.
Maybe they should maybe they should add a kind of like selection or something to disable cops. Like
But that just
an
takes the
option.
point. That takes the whole point out, really. Then, doesn't it?
Not really.
no, because that proves what you want. You want
And
a
is it
Need for
gonna be
Speed
always
Underground
online?
2.
No.
I don't know.
Because Rivals
All
was.
Drive was horrible, so I don't know if it's going
All
to be
Drive is
online.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm the only person that knows my point of view here.
I know your point of view. Your point of view is
No, yeah.
Underground 2. I mean, Underground 3 shouldn't have cops because Underground 1 and 2 didn't. And for me, in my personal opinion, does not work well with cops, and it'll just be a Carbon 2 without cops. Is that your point? Is that your point, right?
Basically,
Yeah, I
it
understand
can
it.
be done right. Like, don't get me wrong, but I don't want a game called Underground 3. Call it something like Need for Speed, I'm being chased by the cops. Need for Speed, I'm on the edge. Need for Speed, it's time to go drift around a corner at 120 miles per hour, laughing my ass off in a wheelchair.
You know how many
I
sales
don't
it would
care.
get?
Don't call it Underground 3.
Yeah, but if they don't call it Underground 3, they're not going to get any sales, to be honest.
They will get sales because
Yeah.
Need for Speed's huge.
Yeah, but look, Hot Pursuit,
Word of mouth is huge.
Hot
Yeah, but if
Pursuit
they
Pro,
call it, no, yeah.
Need for Speed Pro Street had like 7 million. Undercover went down to like 7-ish million, like 765 million. It was going downhill, and then Shift had like 1 million. Nitro had 1 million. And then Hot Pursuit 2010 had 8 million, and had more sales than Watch Dogs. And then the Run came out 4 million. Most Wanted 2012, sorry, 3 million for the Run,
So
4 million
basically,
for Most Wanted, and then 2 million for Rivals.
so basically, they're just going to use up all the old names till they're done, and then they're just going to run out of ideas. Is basically what you said. So basically, what they're going to do is they're going to do Underground 3. Then they're probably going to do High Stakes. Then they're probably going to do Porsche Unleashed V2, and then they're like, oh shit, we've run out of titles. We need a new IP now.
Well, they could just make another title which is equally as good as Most Wanted
yeah.
or Underground 2.
It's not as
and
easy as that.
Yeah, but like in the gaming industry, you have a friend and you tell, wow, this game is cool. You should
Yeah,
buy
word
it.
of mouth is
It's-
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
YouTube.
for example, in Rivals, you
Is-
didn't even tell your friend, wow, this game was good. No, this game sucked. Like it was really bad. So it kind of depends.
Instead of reviving old series, shouldn't they just bring a new IP and just revive the whole series as a whole? Like instead of spending 2 years on making this, commemorative game towards Underground 3, where praising all of Underground 3's essentials and stuff, shouldn't they instead make a game which is a new IP, something completely fresh, which you haven't experienced before, and release that instead? Because wouldn't that make more sense?
Yeah. Ish. Not really. Kinda.
Not really.
I don't know.
How would that not make sense?
I don't know.
That would make a lot more sense.
I don't
instead
know.
of
I kind of just like
reviving
phased
the
out
series.
there for a moment. I don't know why. I do that every once in a while. I have
Isn't
this
it like-
one. I have this one thing that makes me phase out for a bit. So I don't know.
Like reviving old series is only going to last so long.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So why carry on making an Underground 3, which isn't even Underground 3, in my opinion, and just go ahead and, you know, waste 2 years, essentially. You're basically wasting 2 years if you're making an Underground 3.
If they make, for example, if now they make Underground 2, Underground 3, and then they make Carbon 2, call it like that, and then they just decide to bring a new series, like a new name into the series, and both previous games were good, it would be like, wow, we should really buy this game. Like,
But Hop Shoot 2010 sold really well. Sold more than Watch Dogs. And the next iterations didn't sell well.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really apply.
But
really.
mainly it's
Yeah, but
because Hot Pursuit
Yeah.
was basically actual Hot Pursuit. Most Wanted looked nothing like the original Most Wanted, so.
No, it was Criterion's take on it.
Yeah, but it looked nothing like the original one, and that's why people were upset. But the actual Hot Pursuit looked like the old Hot Pursuit games. It felt
I
like
agree
an
with
old
that.
Hot Pursuit game,
I agree with that.
but Most Wanted didn't feel like a Most Wanted game.
and apart from that, after I think Hot Pursuit, I think we had Shift 2, which
Shift 2, yeah.
it isn't kind of Need for Speed.
Yeah.
And then we had The Run, so it's a kind of like going downfall.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
The Run was a good game, I thought.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was a good game, but since it came, like, I think we had Shift 2 before The Run, I think that they were kind of hopeless about that game. They felt hopeless about that game. It wasn't going to be a success or very good.
Yeah, no one really wanted that type of game at this time. At this time, people wanted
Yeah.
either a new Most Wanted, which they did get, but it wasn't what they wanted, or a new Underground. So, yeah.
Essentially, my perfect Need for Speed 2015, it would be a new IP. Firstly, I want policing. I want to ride Ranger cars from like basically Carbon's Ranger cars. So I want all my tuners in there. I don't want an Underground 3 with just tuners. For me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I don't want just tuners. You gotta have a wide variety.
In 2004, 2003, that was cool, but
Yeah.
now I want to be able to use my 650S. In all fairness,
Yeah,
I want a Horizons selection of cars. That's what I want. I want to be able to use anything from a fucking pickup truck to a 240SX
Ford Transit
to
van.
a Supra to a Koenigsegg to a
Ford
P1
Transit van.
Yeah.
Transit van, LaFerrari. That's what I want.
I got the LaFerrari's evil.
I don't like the LaFerrari.
Nah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan.
But it's not that good.
But my
I like
ideal
Ferraris.
Need for Speed 2015 would be a Carbon-like game, which is a new IP.
No limits for consoles and PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. That's all you need. Basically, no limits with an open world, better graphics,
Oh, yeah.
more cars, more customization part. Just more no limits is
And-
actually.
And no microtransactions! No.
What?
No
What?
limits is gonna have microtransactions.
Yeah, because it's an MMO. But if
Yeah.
this is a AAA game or
Oh
something,
yeah, if it's a AAA game, then no.
If it's a AAA game, what they're going to do is they're going to make the whole game. They're going to slice 30% out and sell it as DLC.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Which is what we're going to talk about next, because we've been talking about this for half an hour.
Yeah.
Half of the podcast has been arguing over whether Need for Speed 2015 should have policing. So we'll talk about DLC and full games for a bit, because, you know, let's just tone it down for a bit, because it seems
Yeah.
like we've been talking about this and things have been getting just a bit heated.
Oh yeah.
So,
YOLO.
DLC and full games, what are your guys' opinions?
No!
yeah, no.
That's
Oh,
basically my opinion. No!
Yes, especially because they on the first trailer they show cars that are on the DLCs, and they release it as DLC. Like, it's not supposed to be DLC. Like you had that in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, that they showed the BMW M3 GTR. I think it was on one picture, and it was DLC. Like,
Yeah.
it was already there. It was already made.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Do you know Forza 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that game, I think it had a quarter worths of cars that Forza 4 actually had.
Was it released as DLC?
A lot of it was, yeah.
Wow.
It had so Forza 5, I think, is a perfect example.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure over half of those cars in that game is DLC.
Yeah, Need for Speed Undercover on PlayStation at least, you could buy cars in-game with actual money.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that.
I did that as well. That's how I got the Gallardo.
I did it like most recently when I was playing through it again. I thought, well, I could play it through it again, or I could just get a Bugatti Veyron for £2 I mean, I've got £2 right here. I mean, it's not exactly much money. So, you know, might as well splash the cash. I've already finished the game. Just do it quickly. And then my game broke. And I was so annoyed. I was like, I want a refund. I was so annoyed.
You won't believe how many people actually call it refounds.
Refounds?
Yeah.
I think that's just in America.
No.
No one calls it refounds.
No,
over
people
here.
actually type it refound, and they say it refound.
No one says that over. It must be in Allentown. Oh wait, you don't even live in Allentown. Ooh, controversy.
I live in a suburb of Allentown. The end.
I've just said that to the whole world. How are you gonna feel? How would you feel? He's probably streaming this right now, and we don't even know.
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
But yeah, DLC in full games. It needs to stop. Developers, this is me telling it to you. If you carry on doing this, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Now listen, another type of money. They stop with the DLCs and they I know, like in the crew credits.
Yeah. Oh.
Really need it.
My crew. To quote the great Jim Sterling, the crew has
so annoying.
Crew transactions.
Especially the first week when everyone had Agaras, and I was sat here with my Skyline level 800, and they were there with like 1,299 level Agaras, which was just I couldn't beat. The first week was the worst week. And I still come across it today, to be fair, sometimes.
Nobody really uses Agaras anymore. I hate it when I go into PvP and I see everyone else using a Skyline.
I wouldn't know because I can't even play the game, as can Speedway.
Everyone in PvP uses a goddamn Skyline.
That should say something to the guys at EA. Tuners are
tuners are important.
needed.
Yeah.
Tuners, muscles, and exotics.
But I dislike how there's no variety in PvP. I'm like the only person using a freaking Chevy or a freaking Agera. I'm the only person using any other car that isn't a Skyline!
Like, that should say something. It should. It's like, they should go back to Carbon, how that worked. You had your muscles, you had your exotics, and you had your tuners.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Worked. It worked great. I was happy. I was like, you know what? I've got so many cars to choose from. I want to try a fucking Clio. I'm going to go and try a Clio. Oh, you know what? I don't want to try this Clio anymore. I want to go and get my Le Mans Audi. Let's go get my R8 Le Mans Audi. Oh, I don't want to use this anymore. Let's get my Evo. There was so much choice. Like, so much choice. Nowadays, it's like on the crew, it's like, you can have a 370Z or a Skyline. Can't really do much to it.
Or an RX-7 if we decide to release it.
6 old muscle cars, which no one cares about. Well, people do care about them. Well,
I do care. I really love muscle cars.
Yeah, that was my bad. People do care. I don't really. I'm not fond of. Like, I don't want to drive a Camaro or a Mustang or anything across those lines. They only go in straight lines.
No, they don't.
No, in the crew they don't.
It's been said on Top Gear many times. It's been said on Top Gear many times. American cars are for straight lines, and I've been to America, and I've seen in Orlando everyone drives in straight lines.
Yes, because all the roads in Orlando are straight lines.
Unless you come out of an intersection, and it does like this little circle thing. That's bad.
A roundabout.
It's not a roundabout. It's like after you come off an intersection, there's like this huge like circle thing, and it carries on.
Like you mean like I don't know what you're talking about. Nah.
It's hard to explain, but yeah, like generally in America, cars go straight, and that's why all the American muscle cars.
They don't hear. They don't hear.
Where are you? In Allentown? Oh wait, that's a lie. I bet you're actually from like Saudi Arabia or something, and we just don't know about it.
Yeah, because there is snow in Saudi Arabia.
Antarctic. You could be in the Antarctic.
There. See?
Oh.
What if CJ lives in heaven?
No, oh my god. I am the angel. I am the angel of racing game YouTubers.
But yeah, I don't know. It seems like I've been awfully negative this podcast.
Yeah.
Don't mean it to be that way. Really don't mean it to be that way. But it seems like I've been awfully negative, and I've been, hating on a lot of minorities.
What?
I've just been hating on everyone who doesn't want police in the game. I don't I accept your opinion. But you have to accept mine. That's how I see it.
It smells so good.
I don't even want to know what that is.
It's a referee's thing.
I don't want to know what that is. I don't want to know where you put it. I don't want to know where it's been. Don't tell me anything.
It's on my shelf. It's supposed to be an air freshener, but it doesn't work. So I just go every once in a while.
It's supposed to be an air freshener. Then CJ broke it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I for the state of your room, Cam, I think you need like a few as well.
My room's actually rather tidy.
You call that tidy?
It is tidy.
No, it's not.
It is.
Doesn't look
That's
like
so
it.
tidy. The only thing untidy is that the fact I threw Underground 1 across the room the other day.
Why?
Why?
I don't know, I was just in rage earlier on in the podcast and I just threw it.
Underground 1?
Yeah.
So I threw something else. No, that was Forza 5 you threw, didn't you? That's Underground
That
2!
That was last
It's
week.
Underground too, yeah.
Haven't got the manual for some reason. But everything else is still there. Pretty cool.
But, yeah.
I'll just...
YOLO, even I have it. Whoop, whoop.
Is that an Xbox copy? You have an old Xbox?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do you use it?
It's in my closet. But this disc doesn't work anymore, so...
I was PC Master Race back in the day.
Whoop,
Didn't get PS2 till quite a while on, to be fair.
I got it when I was 6.
I got my PS2 when I on 2007.
2007. I didn't get mine till like 2009.
2007, I was 7, so... I had mine in 2006. So, GG.
So, should we move on to the crew for a bit? Because Speedway, I know you've got a lot to say. And you've kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super mad with the crew right now. Like, seriously, the connection issues in consoles is outrageous. I can never invite somebody that is on my friend list, especially, to my freaking crew. It's not cool. Like, I know if it happens on PC because I think it's better connection and stuff. But consoles suck in terms of internet and the crew.
Connection issues on PC have been really stable for me, at least. I mean, I haven't run into any problems, so... Yeah.
So I've already made numerous videos talking about this, and I've ranted about it so much on Twitter. But the crew for me on PC especially, straight up, doesn't work. If you have an AMD FX CPU, you know what? Don't buy the crew. You could start a business with the amount of money people have wasted with that CPU in their PC. Like, it is unreally stupid. After everything, I'm playing on 720p at the lowest settings, and I'm still dropping to fucking 15 FPS. It's absurd. And then to top all that, when I want to play a game, the game lags like shit. It lags like absolute rubbish. And I've got a 100 down connection. I shouldn't be getting these issues. I've got a 100 down connection. My PC should be capable of playing any game on Ultra, and I don't want to sound like an obnoxious dickhead right now.
Oh, no.
But it's true. Like, I've got a 760, I've got an FX processor clocked at like 4.2 gigahertz, I've got 16 gigs of RAM, you know. The amount of money in the past 4 or 5 years I've put into this PC is absurd. It's got fucking LEDs, which I would show you if they were on, but they're not on at the moment. I put so much effort and work into building this myself up from scratch. I remember 3 years ago now, I sat here with a friend and we built this together. And I put so much time and effort into this build, and I can't even play the crew at a constant 30. 30.
Imagine if they release a sequel of the crew with awesome graphics, and you still can play it on PC.
I can play Rivals fine, and Rivals was one of the worst ported game ever. And I can't play the crew because it's an AMD FX processor, which shouldn't be the issue.
Ubisoft's in the blame AMD mentality, so...
it could be a multiple amount of things. It could be the processor, it could be the graphics card,
I doubt
it could be the motherboard for all I know.
No, I doubt also the processor, because AMDs are usually very, very good for gaming. Intel are more for rendering stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered, it is the CPU. Because it can't be the graphics card.
Yeah, it can't.
Because I ran most other games.
The 760 is a really good card still, so...
But here's the problem. Like, Ubisoft always has problems with frame rate issues, problems with the PC versions of the games. Like, always. Assassin's Creed Unity, everything has problems on PC.
And that's one reason when you're deciding whether to go console or PC at some points. That's one reason you got to kind of take in. If you go PC, you're gonna run into so many stability issues. Doesn't matter what it is, you know. In terms of the game running at a constant FPS, with consoles, it's quite literally plug in and play. If I want to play on PS4 right now, all I gotta do press that button, turn over the TV, and there you go. Bish bash bosh, real good nosh.
Bish bash bosh.
If I want to play on PC, okay, so let's say I want to buy a game from Steam, I'll download it from Steam, and then I probably got to do some type of DirectX or patch or something across those lines.
Yeah.
It isn't too bad. And then if the game starts stuttering, I've got to Google the stuttering issues and find fixes for it, go into the directories, do all that kind of stuff. But the advantage for PC gaming is, if you can get past all these stability issues,
it's a
you
glorious
can get past all these problems, you've got your mods, you've got, you know, the community is mad. Like,
the community's horrible.
Have you seen the PC Master Race subreddit?
God.
They are so passionate. You know, they might be a bit dickheads.
Yeah, they are
so
dickheads.
Passionate. They got so many people that are there to help you with your PC.
As a member of that subreddit, I will say that 95% of the people on there are dickheads.
There's still so many amounts of people that are glad to help you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can emulate games, console games, like PS2 games.
Like I do.
On console, it's really, when you think about it, you're not going to get that type of support on console. It's Xbox One versus PS4 over there. And then you've got PC who've just come in recently and be like, PC Master Race. I mean, it really depends. If you can get past the stability issues on PC, PC is going to be a great gaming platform for you. That's what you want to go going for.
Yeah, but then at the same time, that's actually kind of why I want a PlayStation 4, because...
Yeah, because like sometimes you can't handle it. It gets too far, and you just want to plug in and play. Some days you just want to sit down, relax, and put your feet up, and you can't do that with console.
And I can't play Drive Club on PC, so
exclusives. That's another reason for why I wouldn't personally go PC only. For me, the perfect setup is to have an Xbox One or PS4, and then a PC on the side.
Oh
That's
definitely.
Like, if you've got that, then you basically got the perfect setup.
Yeah, right now, my brother just took my PlayStation 3, put it downstairs in the living room. He has his Xbox in there. So, basically, I'm just here with my PC. I really don't have anything else. And I kind of want to I want a PlayStation 4 here, so I can basically play PlayStation 4. Play Drive Club!
Drive Club isn't a great game. But anyway,
it's not worth it.
It's not. We get an Xbox One for games. Yeah. Horizon 2 is a really good game. Yeah, I still play it to this day. But yeah, like really, the ultimate setup is to have everything, you know. But not everyone could do that, because some people only get like one console per year with maybe a game. I used to be in the position where I only got one game per year, and I had to pick between all those games, and I picked Need for Speed every single year, and I'm proud. I picked Need for Speed every single year up until 2009 or 10, like every single year, one game, you know. So obviously, not everyone can have an Xbox One and a PS4, and like money issues are a thing. If you are making that decision, you know, and you have enough money to get a PC, or you have enough money to get, you know, your Xbox One, my advice would be pick between the Xbox One and PS4. There's pros and cons. Weigh out which ones you would prefer. So, you know, said the Xbox One, that's got Forza, it's got Halo, but on the other side, you've got, you know, Gran Turismo and Uncharted. Weigh out the pros and negatives of both consoles. Kind of decide which one you want the most. You know, which ones do your friends play on? Is that going to affect you? Do you play solo, or are you more, you know, a team kind of guy with your friends and stuff?
Oh yeah.
And then a PC is a no-brainer. You know, a PC will come handy on a PC. It's not just gaming; it's everything.
Yeah, like that's what I do YouTube with. Obviously,
I do YouTube with. It's what I play games on. It's what I do everything with. Really.
Yeah.
When you think
I record everything with my Game Boy here. Like I with my Game Boy.
Yeah.
That explains why you've got a 5 FPS webcam.
Yeah, that's an explanation. Yeah.
Yeah, like it really depends. Like we kind of went a bit off topic there.
Yeah.
But it's true. I think it's really true. If you can live with the stability issues and you want all the extra functionality, the PC is you gotta go PC all the way.
Yeah.
But if you want just to plug in and play games purely, Xbox One or PS4. Oh, CJ, you gotta stop.
No, it's a problem. No, you don't understand. It's something with my thing. I don't know.
Is it something that people in Antarctica only go through?
God, But no, it's something had to do with stuff when I eat. I get like indigestion stuff. So yeah.
You just gotta go away, like burp.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that, you know. For me,
like even if it's just like you're like up in here, and even if it looks up in here, you feel it. Oh no!
I looked away that time, so
do this. If I don't care, just do this. Like, just do something. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh my
That was such a poor attempt.
There we go.
Poor attempt.
There we go.
Anyway, we've got 15 minutes. Should we talk about how we started racing videos and playing YouTube and videos and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Save the best.
So
for
we'll go around the
last.
table. So, how we started YouTube, we'll go with that first. So, CJ, do you want to go first?
I started YouTube on March 26, 2010 with a channel called No245, and it was a really crappy Lego animation channel where I made Lego animation stop motion shit, and then I'm like, I'm gonna sub for sub! And then I subbed for subbed, and then I got like 100 subs, and I thought I was famous, then I stopped doing it around 2011-ish. Then on January 8th, 2012, I created CraptasticJack for random stuff that isn't Lego, and bada bing, bada boom, I started doing. I didn't really.
That doesn't really explain how you started YouTube. That was more like I started YouTube in May of 2009, and now I'm sub for sub, and now I
History
just.
lesson.
You want me
History
to go
lesson with
first for an
CraptasticJack.
example?
No.
Want me to
So-
go first for an example?
So basically, for 2012, I really didn't do much. I didn't really start actually uploading stuff till like 2013, early 2013. When I remember the day I was playing Bow to Gay Tony on PlayStation, and I was just really bored. I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? Let's plays. So I created my first Let's Play, which was Team Fortress 2. And yeah, and then I created other stuff. I really was just a more kind of open channel. I did a lot of stuff that wasn't racing, and I really didn't start doing racing till maybe 2014, really, to be fair. I mean, I did some racing stuff, obviously in 2013. I was back in the days of my anti-underground phase, so yeah, I kind of got some infamity, I don't know how to say it. I became kind of infamous with the Need for Speed community back in 2013 when I was like all anti-underground and stuff. Then in 2014, that's when I kind of started doing actual Need for Speed content and stuff, and that's kind of where I started growing, because that's where I kind of got serious when I started doing YouTube in 2014, and then here we are in 2015.
That was kind of more of your journey on YouTube, not how you started YouTube.
Oh,
but it's okay.
what do you
it's
mean?
okay.
What do you
It's okay.
mean?
I'll do mine, and then you can add to yours afterwards.
Uh,
So, it all started in 2009. I was a young chap. Modern Warfare 2 was my game. To this day, I guarantee, if you played any COD from from COD 4 to Black Ops 2, I will give you a run for your money. But basically, I started off watching Modern Warfare 2 videos. At the time, I was poor. I was so bad. The worst in my school. Like, every time I went on, like, I probably went on, like, imagine playing with your controller like this. You could probably still play better than I was back then. Like,
Wow.
you could probably play with one hand and your nose, and you would be better than I was back in, like, 2009. Better. Better. So what I did was, I googled how to play COD 4, as you do, and googled those sorts of games. And obviously I saw the YouTube videos, obviously, because that's the first thing that comes up, because it's like video tutorials. And from there, I kind of just got deeper and deeper into YouTube. My sub count, I had the old iPhone. I'm not sure if you had you remember the first iPhone YouTube app?
yeah. No, I
And it
don't.
had a simplistic thing. So you had your My Subscriptions, and it had literally every single video, without a doubt. The sub box never broke, and it had every single video. And every night before I used to go to bed, I used to watch all the videos. And I noticed when at the start it was kind of around 10 subs, then it went to 50, then it went to 100, then it went to 150, and every single night I would watch every single one of my videos in the sub box, which I hadn't already watched.
You
Um,
want it all, but you can't have it.
And I got deeper and deeper and deeper. And then 2011-ish, I made my first account, which I'm not going to say the name of because it's really embarrassing. And I made Modern Warfare 2 videos, as you do, because I was so invested into that section. And from 2010 to 2013, I was kind of just jumping around channels. Well, 2012-ish, I was jumping around channels. Didn't really have like a firm base. And I was still very heavily invested in the COD community up until like 2012, where I did FIFA, as you know.
FIFA.
So I went over to a channel called, I'm not going to say it. Okay, it was called The Funky Chicken. You can have it if you want. And that was an awful channel. That was a shit channel. I overreacted in all of my FIFA videos. You know, I pretended I was MLG at COD when really I was awful. Worst channel ever. But I think I still kind of had some of the core, like, morals I have today of being honest and stuff like that. Like, I think generally it's still changed. Like, I haven't changed much. I've just got a lot better. Like, then I was awful. And then obviously I made Shredder Pippo in, I think it was Christmas of 2012 or 2013. and I was mainly in FIFA. I was mainly doing FIFA till summer of last year, when I moved over to racing. Racing videos, and games are always always been my forte. I've always wished I kind of wanted to do them. It's always been in the back of my head. Like, as you can see, like there, those are like actual like figured cars. Like, I'll show you right now. They're like replica cars which I've had for years. Like, that's a Z8. That's a Z8, and I've been so heavily invested in cars all my life. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
mate, I had stance before it was real. I had stance before it was a thing. Back to what I was saying. Like, I've always been heavily invested in cars. Cars has always been something I was interested in. And then it got around to June of last year, and I just got fed up with the FIFA community. So
FIFA
everyone just fucking shouts and like throws stuff against walls. And that sounds like you're fearing for your life. But
is that not the FIFA community?
Basically, to be popular, you need to throw stuff against walls and break controllers. And I wasn't about that, so I came over to the racing community because, generally, like compared to all the other communities, the racing community is the best.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I think that we can do that, and plus I enjoy racing games, and there is so much more variety you can do with racing games. People say, "Oh, I don't know what to do today. I want to make videos. Oh my god, it's the same repetitive shit." No, you haven't been in the FIFA community playing one game every single day, repeatedly. Like, at least in the racing community, you've got all these types of games. You've got the Crew, you've got Horizon, you've got Drive Club.
I can't play half of them.
All of them. No, you can play more than I could play. In the FIFA community, it's one game, and you've got to think of ideas for one game, and it gets so dragged out and boring. So, came to the racing community, and this is where we are now, I guess. That's it, really.
Yeah.
And now, for some reason, I've just people just love my videos and hearing me speak, and now I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is mad. I can't thank everyone enough. It means so much.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where we're at. Speedway, you're up.
Well, I started YouTube, I think it was in 2010 on another channel. That is deleted now, so I'm not even going to say because it doesn't exist anymore. In which I made Need for Speed World videos. I mean, I did I think I had like 10 or something, because I had a crew called Speedway Crew. That's why I also got the Speedway Gamer name, Speedway Crew. And I made kind of videos of racing and stuff. And yeah, then I decided to delete that YouTube account and make another one and start making YouTube videos more seriously. But I was like, I watched these Minecraft kind of YouTubers and stuff, and I started doing Minecraft because I was like, "Oh, this is cool," you know. And yeah, but by the time I started making videos and stuff, it got very repetitive, and I didn't feel like I didn't enjoy what I was doing. So I said to myself, like, I really need to start making videos that I really do enjoy, like making them. Like, so that I've always liked racing game videos since I was very little, and I started making different speed videos and stuff, and yeah, here I am today, and random videos and stuff. I think I started the racing game videos in September 21 of 2013. But yeah, it took me a while.
I still remember the actual dates.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
I've uploaded easily, including other channels, at least 1,000 videos on YouTube.
I've only uploaded like 400, 500, so I'm kind of behind. throughout all my channels.
Like
still, then, like the amount of effort we as a group put in, it's like people can't imagine how hard it is for me, especially to upload daily.
Like, there are kids in my school who are like, "Oh, you're on YouTube, big deal. I'll create an account, get more subs than you." It's not.
Nah, it's not that easy.
That's not how that works. No,
it's not how it works.
No.
I had the same situation, and I told them, "You do it then." I was like,
"Yeah, that's basically what I tell them. You do it then."
Yeah.
Like, people are saying, "Oh, why don't you do FIFA community because it's bigger, and why don't you get a coin sponsor and do it for the money?" Nah, like, it's just not my thing. Like, you can do it for the money. You can, throw things at walls. You can sell out. You can do all that kind of stuff.
No,
that shit ain't me.
I just do YouTube just to find some time to play games, because with university and stuff, I don't get.
You're in university, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, like, I need to find time to enjoy myself, so that's why I make videos. So, yeah, it's.
I do it for multiple reasons, to be fair.
Yeah.
One, it gives me experience with Premiere Pro and Photoshop, which is what I want to do in the future.
Also.
2, I enjoy it. Like it's like I can't explain how cool it is to come home and have just notifications.
Oh, I know that.
To.
I know that feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have comments to reply to, that feeling when you see 2 notification things and I can't explain like that feeling.
Yeah.
To have people tweeting you, sending you cars, or just sending you in like just tweets.
Oh yeah.
That feeling there, it just doesn't be like that is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. When
it's amazing.
When people come. They come and tell you that you are their favorite YouTuber.
Yeah.
Out of everyone else on YouTube. And this
millions.
Yeah.
Millions of people.
Yeah.
Like I've made best friends for YouTube, which I consider amazing friends, including you guys. Like I genuinely made friends that I will stay in contact with for life.
Oh yeah.
Through YouTube.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And like it's just mad. Like, I guess number 3 is genuinely just meeting people. The reason I started YouTube was to get my voice heard.
Oh, yeah.
And I've done that.
Yeah, I have as well. Despite
everyone, all of us.
Yeah, I think everyone did, yeah.
We've all had some type of contact with some type of developer. We've made, a core solid fan base who come back every week. Yeah. Like, I've heard people say that they, my videos are part of their daily routine. That feeling. That fucking feeling is just poof.
Also,
like,
the fact that you can actually talk with the developers also in Twitter and stuff. Back in 2010, I never even thought that I could actually do that. It was like
in 2004,
no chance, yeah.
In 2004, 2005, when I was playing Underground 2 and Most Wanted, I never ever thought I was ever gonna get in contact with anyone who made Need for Speed. Never thought I was gonna be, I don't call myself popular because I'm not popular.
Nah.
People with millions of subscribers, they're popular, but I'm not popular.
Yeah.
But to have some type of stance in the racing community,
exactly.
Back in 2004, 2005, I didn't think that was going to happen. Nowadays, if I come over here, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this.
Swag supply.
It's a fucking letter from Ghost.
Oh my god.
Fucking letter from Ghost saying, signed by James Mount himself. I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you see that?
I can see the signature, yeah. There.
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Me, some little Indian kid from England who lives in Wolverhampton has somehow managed to get in contact with the people who make Need for Speed, and almost 2,000 people who have at one point clicked subscribe button. And for you guys, I'm sure you can say the same. That is fucking phenomenal.
Exactly.
Like, that is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that bigger YouTubers don't appreciate their fan base also. Like when it's like a small fan base, you talk to them, it's just like a big family. It's like Fast and Furious. It's a big family. Like yeah.
I think that's something that us 3 especially. I can't speak for any other big YouTubers or any other people. I think I can speak on behalf of us 3. If any of us get big, we'll still, want to keep it as a big family.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing that YouTubers especially lose when they get popular, is that they stop replying to comments, they stop listening, they stop, following their fans, essentially. They stop following the subscribers, their friends.
Oh, yeah.
I think us 3 especially, like, I don't think I'm ever going to stop listening.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's just,
I'm gonna reply comments until I die. I know.
I make time now. I spend at least half an hour, before anything. Like, if you literally took a camera and put it to my head, I walk into my room, I get changed, have a shower, come out.
I wouldn't want to see that.
You can see it. CJ, I know you.
No, you don't. You don't know me. No one knows me.
Oh, that's true. You could be in Antarctica for all I know.
Oh my god.
But,
Here we go again!
I come home and, like, the first thing I do is I type in S into my search bar, and that comes up with my website. I press enter and say hello, and then I'm replying to comments, and then I make my video, and then I do homework if there's enough time. Like, that is my life. Like, that is what I do every single day. I don't know. I just think it's absolutely mad.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely mad. That all of us, the fact we are here, the fact I'm from England, CJ's from Antarctica.
No, I'm not!
Speedway is from Uruguay. I think the fact that, that's there, and we are making a podcast with like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's mad. Absolutely just absurd. I think the fact that we have all got so far, you know, honestly, for me personally, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I couldn't ask for any more.
Yeah. The day I reach 1,000 subs is gonna be a day of grandest celebration.
Yeah.
And like even 100.
Yeah.
When I got 100, like I was only like 14 years old.
I was only 14 years old when I like 2 months ago. So, yeah.
It's true.
Well.
It's true. But you were a lot more experienced than I was when I was 14. I'll say that much.
Not really.
You know, all those hours of streaming every Friday and Saturday, but Lord knows how long. I did that for so long. Obviously not so much now because I'm busier. But for so long, like every Friday and Saturday, I made time to do that. You know, and then all these videos, thousands of like days worth of content, all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I kind of just went on a bit of a rant.
It's amazing.
A rant?
It's amazing, yeah.
You what, mate?
Oh my god, so he's got his glasses off. This is the first time I've seen you without your
Oh my
glasses.
god.
What?
Shit, this guy is serious.
What? You never see me without my glasses on.
Nah.
Nah, I just need to take them off because they're hurting my head. So yeah.
But yeah, it's truly amazing. Like, truly amazing what YouTube's done.
Yeah.
People can hate all they want, but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I better not be streaming this. Good.
And on that note, that is the end of the podcast. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button. Go visit all our channels in the link down in the description below. If you two don't forget again, I made an effort to put your channel links down in the description, but you ignored me. Yeah, make sure to go and subscribe to all of us down in the description below. Smash that like, smash that subscribe.
Hopefully Sony Vegas will let me import the actual video into Vegas without crashing, so I might be able to upload this to my channel.
If you have anything you would like to add for next week's episode, or questions you would like to ask us,
Send it to me via mail. I'll put it, like, send me a letter with it, and I'll...
You can't do that to Antarctica, but okay. Yeah, make sure to leave them down.
Pennsylvania's not Antarctica.
Wild card.
Oh my.
What? What's that
Every
mean?
episode, wild card, and it ends.